Welcome to Spartan Stadium, folks. Michael?
Back for another one, playoff time.
Playoff time. We've got a great night for a high school football game. Beautiful, beautiful weather. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were on the camera there.
Here we go. Live time, baby.
Well, first of all, it's been a long regular season, and now this is season number 2. It's kind of, you put the regular season back, it's memories.
That's right.
This is all new. You start from scratch, and you hope you get to play next week.
Start fresh, win or go home.
And
you got a lot to play for, guys.
Well, I know that the players are ready. They've had 2 weeks to prepare, and I was down on the field earlier with the players as they came out, and they're in a good mood. They're loose. They're ready to play football.
Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see the energy back on the sideline. We saw that early in the year. We saw it in the Florence game to begin the season off with, and we hope we see that same energy. And talking to Coach Guess, he firmly believes that if his team comes out with that same energy that they had against Florence, they have a very solid chance against a very good Mountain Brook team.
Well, Mountain Brook is one of the most disciplined teams in the state.
Big time.
Bar none.
Oh, yeah.
I was privileged enough to go watch them last week down in Mobile, and they played Baker, and they made very few mistakes, and they move around a lot on both offense and defense. They're very hard to scheme because they've got so many alignments, and you think you know what they're getting ready to do, and then it goes the other way. So it's going to be interesting to see how our coaches prepared, against this scheme that the Mountain Brook comes out with.
Part of what helps their disciplinedness, if you will, is the fact that they have virtually all upperclassmen in their starting lineup. They have, I think, one junior on the offensive line, and they have plenty of backups behind them that are big guys. Now, like you said, we saw them last week in Mobile, Mountain Brook, that is, and we saw certainly how overmatched Baker was, but still to see Mountain Brook play solid in their schemes, it was very, very impressive, and it's been a hallmark for this team for a very long time to play solid, disciplined football.
Well, folks, this venue has got to be one of the tops in the state.
Absolutely.
As we'll swing the cameras around in a little bit, the video board is the largest video board in high school football in the state of Alabama.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. The lights, they're LED lights, state of the art. Like I said, this facility is college level.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's a treat for our players to be able to come out here and play on a venue of this spectacle. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Absolutely.
And like I said, it's a great night for football. Our fan base has filled in the bleachers. And, I'm ready to get this thing kicked off here shortly. I did talk to Coach Guess earlier, and I asked him, what their plan was. And his plan said, "Dad, excuse me." So, come on, son, tell me something I need to know. And he just looked at me and he said, "We're just going to play our best."
There you go.
And that, that says it all. I did notice, Michael, that Mountain Brook's line is huge.
Oh, they are monsters. And like I said, the guys backing them up as well are big guys as well. Also, they like to run a wildcat formation, which brings extra linemen up on the formation, and all of them, none of them are shrinking in size here. It is a big, solid bunch up front for Mountain Brook.
I was talking to a couple of the Mountain Brook assistants prior to the players getting here, and he was, one of them was telling me that they buy into the system early, as freshmen and sophomore, and they're taught, you do your job and you let the guy next to you do his job, and at the end of the game, hopefully you got a W in the column.
There you go.
And that says a lot because of the discipline that these kids have, just like the wristbands. This team, you don't have many high schools anymore that use wristbands. Well, Mountain Brook has had wristbands since I don't know when. and they utilize them to the T.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll see tonight, you know, the players get a signal from the sideline, and, of course, they'll flip their card open, and then they know where to line up and how to, you know, who to block, who not to block. And
it's a very smart system. They have a lot of guys on the sidelines signaling these plays in, but there's no way you're going to catch them. Like you said, they use the wristband. They can swap that up at will and make it very, very difficult on the defense to kind of get any kind of read on what they're doing.
We're going to take a second here for the Star Spangled Banner, folks. Beautiful, beautiful rendition there from the Spartan Band. Before we get started, I do want to thank our sponsors that have supported us throughout the regular season, ihangtvs.com. If you need a TV hung on your wall, give Philando Parker and his team a call and let them come down and put it on the wall and hide the wires. Sarah Toyota and Hyundai. If you need a car, new, used, give those folks a call and go by and see their inventory. Jay Ellett, State Farm in Pinson, Alabama. Call Jay and let him give you a quote on all your insurance needs. State Farm Insurance. Meriden Corporation. Any type of logo that you need done for your company, any type of marketing, Meriden Corporation. That's Maridan in Pelham, Alabama. Food Giant. We want to thank Food Giant for helping feed our players this year for the pregame meals and anything that you need grocery-wise, staple-wise, visit Food Giant in Pinson. Well, Michael, now that you can see the video board across the way on the screen, I think people get a grasp of what we were talking about. And, you know, understand that this school, I was told earlier that it actually was built back in the 40s, the original school. And they can't go east, west, north, or south anymore. They're landlocked, so they have to go up. We noticed that behind the video board, there's a upper level building now that was just erected a couple years ago. So from what I understand, that this school, because of its area, will stay 6A. They don't think they'll ever move up to 7A. So that's interesting.
That is interesting. They have a lot of guys on this football team. I noticed in reviewing their roster, they have what very few teams in 6A have, doubled up numbers within their roster. You don't see that too terribly much. But, yeah, the atmosphere here is quite special. It's incredible. The fact that all the fans sit on one side of the field, and they have a wonderful view of that video board right across the way is something that is quite enjoyable for all the fans here. If I'm not mistaken, they spent upward of $400,000 on this video board across the way, Chris?
That's correct. That's kind of on the low end, probably. After you get
that shocked me. Yes.
After you get all of the cabling done and the power system done, and then they even relocated the PA system over to be behind the video screen. It's probably closer to $500,000.
And the sound quality is incredible from that PA system as well. So no expense spared here. As we see our team captains for Pinson have lined up. They're ready to go.
We've got number 13, Tony Gonzalez. Number 35, Zakeef Springfield. Number 2, TJ Metcalf. And the gentleman, I'm trying to see who is there on the next to Mr. Gonzalez. His hair is
I believe it's Carson Moore.
Carson Moore,
number 51.
51, that would be correct. Those are our team captains. They'll be going out on the field for the coin toss. And hopefully we can start this with us getting the ball first, maybe. Or, you know, I know we like to kind of, you know, set the pace with our offense. Of course, our defense, I think they're ready to play ball too.
Captains are making their way out to the center of the field.
Folks, we want to make sure everybody remembers that in Alabama, good sportsmanship is a high school tradition. Whether at home or on the road, make our schools, our communities, and our students proud by displaying positive sportsmanship. That's a public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association.
Ref's giving them the instructions on the coin toss. Got about 3 minutes before our kickoff here, as you can see on your screen. Showing them the special coin for the playoffs.
Mountain Brook won the toss.
Looks like they'll receive.
And TJ is saying which way he wants to defend, so let's see here. Mountain Brook will be getting the ball first.
Don't blame them there. They are a ball control offense. They want to start off by ramming it down somebody's throat. That is what they specialize in. But they'll be going up against a stout defense in Pinson Valley.
Well,
we have no doubt.
I know some of our seniors and juniors have a taste in their mouth from last year.
Oh,
and,
you bet.
You know, certainly. Oh, how about this? I guess we should have expected this. The neon LED light show pregame. Very impressive.
A little Virginia Tech Enter the Sandman going on here. Pinson Valley makes their way out onto the field.
Here come the Indians.
It's good to see they look fired up, energized, ready to go. Mountain Brook a little more measured on their entrance.
Coach Guest and the other coaches down there giving them their high fives and fist bumps. And I'm excited, Michael.
I'm excited too. And Mountain Brook, of course, as we said, will receive this kickoff. They like to run the ball. They like to ram it down your throat, but they also love the deep bomb play action pass off of that as well. Our guys got to play disciplined. Our safeties will be tempted to sneak up a little too far on these running plays. We just hope that they don't get beat on the deep end by this Mountain Brook team. Senior starting for Mountain Brook, number 12, John Colvin, racked up about 1,600 yards this season. Left-handed quarterback for them, but he likes those deep throws, and he is pinpoint accurate on them. So our guys got to mind their P's and Q's, but we got a good defensive backfield.
Well, we've got to put some pressure on him. I believe that we're going to be sending more pressure off the ends tonight. At least that's something I would do. And hurrying him up so he doesn't have enough time to really pick but one receiver or maybe two at the most in their routes. And if we can keep him from planting his feet, he may not be as successful tonight throwing as he has
right.
been.
And hopefully he won't be able to step into these long throws.
Mr. Gonzalez prepares to do the kickoff for the Indians. And folks, we're about underway. Whistle blows. And we're playing football, folks.
Cole
Good
Beatty
kick.
takes it at near the goal line, about the 3-yard line,
And
only
he's
makes
hit.
it to the 21-yard line.
And he's hit hard by number 7, Rod Ivy.
Good coverage on that play. Ivy's a hard hitter. He is fired up after that play, too.
Coach Sharp down there calling in his signals. Coach Sharp has done an outstanding job this year with this
Colvin
defense.
in a pistol set sends Gamble out to the left. These shifts try to get an undisciplined line to jump. Didn't work. Run a stretch play to the right. Stuffed for a 1-yard loss. Number 17 on the carry. Their backup quarterback, John Cooper. I say backup quarterback, but he is a part of a 3-headed monster in the backfield for Mountain Brook. Colvin in the shotgun. They do these shifts. Pinson staying very disciplined on the line. That is good to see. Another little stretch play.
And
nothing going. He gets 1 yard. Gamble on the left side.
Pinson is showing that they're not going to be intimidated tonight. That's
Not at all.
I've noticed that we're playing a gap. We're spreading it out a little bit across the defensive line, and I'd like to see that.
Well, they like to run side to side. Mountain Brook does. So that is probably a wise game plan here. Again, Colvin in the shotgun. He sends Gamble out to his left, or his right, rather. Number 14 catches it. Oh, he might be right at the line to gain.
He may be just about 8 inches
Oh,
shy.
they gave it to him.
They're giving it to him.
10-yard gain. Tosses it right up the middle to Gamble. Wide open. He's able to scoot to the near side of the field for a first down. Barely got it by the nose of the football, but that's all you got to get.
Yep. That was a nice little dump right there in the middle of the field. Linebackers in between the linebackers.
Ran it right at the tight end, up the near side of the field. He slips. Gamble does for a pickup of about 16 yards, make that 17 yards.
Cole Gamble is definitely one of their premier athletes on this team.
17 yards, first down.
He runs it well. Number 14, Beatty, who had that first down just a second ago. He's quite the athlete as well. Got some speed to him. A lot of bouncing around in the backfield by Gamble. Colvin takes a snap, hands it right off to him. Right off the guard. Pickup of about 9 yards. Right up the middle.
He wasn't easy to bring down. He's a tough runner.
Well, excellent push by that offensive line as well.
First down.
They bring Cooper back in. Let's see if he will share the backfield with Gamble. No, Gamble splits out as a wide receiver.
Defense is spread out a little across the line, and he makes a fake.
Tosses it way upfield, wide open receiver. Thomas out there for the tackle, but not until he gets to the 4-yard line.
Colvin's pass complete to Sanderson.
Mountain Brook definitely came out tonight to
First down.
show that they can move the ball.
Sanderson ran a post route and just kept going all the way up to about the 4-yard line is where they take the snap right now.
Well, the quarterback, he put it right in his arms.
Touchdown. Colvin to the far side, just takes care of it himself. Dives right before the power line. And that's 6 for Mountain Brook. That was quick.
Michael, that was a very, very fast 3-minute drive.
Very, very quick.
Our defense is going to have to figure something out to keep those guys in check.
Yep. For a team that loves ball control, like I said, they ran most of this down Pinson Valley's throat, except for one. That was a false start. They will bring this one back. But except for that long pass play, it was all runs. Oh, I take that back. He had 1 or 2 pass plays, both of them for first downs, big gainers. But they ran the ball well, threw the ball well, obviously.
And definitely blocked well.
And only took 2.5 minutes off the clock. We'll see how these guys respond. The energy level needs to be picked up by Pinson Valley. I know this can get you down, and we're a young team. And that can hurt morale. These coaches got to lift them up. Make sure they know they can handle this.
And the kick is good.
Extra point is good.
Mountain Brook 7, Pinson Valley 0. 9 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Pinson will be receiving the kickoff here shortly.
Well, let's see if our offense can go out there and get a spark and get these guys fired up again.
And do the same thing.
Yeah, let's just go down and, establish a drive and put some points on the board.
Play balanced, as you have all year. Just ram it back down their throat. That's certainly what Mountain Brook is good at.
Tevis Metcalf and Amari Thomas will be deep to receive the kickoff for Pinson. We might want to watch onside here. You know, it's playoffs. You never know. Excellent play calling from the Mountain Brook coaching staff there. And kick is deep. It's going to Mr. Metcalf. And he's up.
That's Thomas, I believe.
Brought down at the 22-yard line, I believe.
Yep, Amari Thomas. So we'll start the drive at the 24-yard line.
There goes my eyesight again. I'll say 22, you're 24.
Well, these numbers.
Just like the regular season, you're right.
The contrast on these numbers leave a lot to be desired. Looks like Kewan Posey will get the nod for the start.
And Mr. Chambers gets the nod at the running back's position.
Ooh. Good.
Nice play.
Good catch by Chico there. For a pickup of about, looks like 13 yards on that.
First and 10. Pinson Valley from the 38-yard line.
Kewan in the shotgun, flanked by Chambers. Thomas and Chico on the outside. Nope, that was Metcalf flanking him, but Kewan takes it up the middle for 3 yards.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Mark him at about the 40.5-yard line, call it the 41. Pick up a 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 from the 41-yard line.
Kewan flanked by Tevin Metcalf once again. Takes a snap, rolls out. Oh, quickly approached by a Mountain Brook player. Oh, over the head.
Passing complete.
Who do we have there? Is that Chico?
Drew Wagner on the coverage. Brings up 3rd and 7 from the 41-yard line.
May have been Rod Ivy out there.
I believe that was Rod Ivy.
Yep.
Number 7, Rod Ivy.
I think it's a good choice having Kiwan in here. He's a little more athletic with the legs, and that seemed to give Mountain Brook some trouble against Gardendale. We'll see how they utilize him here. Big third down, 3rd and 7. Steps back. He's going to take it himself. Get upfield. He dives short. Only a pickup of about 4 yards to the 45-yard line. 4th down and 3 to go. Bring the punting unit out on the field. Well, 1 first down. Almost to midfield. Want to see a little bit more than that.
Yeah, we've definitely got to be a little bit more crisper on our passes.
And only taking about a minute and a half off the clock, too.
Fair catch is called for.
Right at the 25-yard line.
Fair catch.
That's where Mountain Brook will begin.
Mountain Brook takes over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Defense is going to have to stop them. We can't afford to get down too many scores here and expect our offense to
well, we can't
match up.
We can't let their blocking get to the 2nd level. Yeah, if they do, the linebackers got to shed and get to that ball quickly. You see the mountains of offensive line that Mountain Brook has here. We don't want them to get a hand on our linebackers. Right up the middle with Gamble. Once again makes it to the 2nd level and still is not being brought down. Breaks 2 tackles, makes it all the way to the 33-yard line of Pinson Valley before he is taken down by Amari Thomas.
That young man is some special athlete. He's hard to bring down. He doesn't run very low to the ground. He runs kind of standing up.
Well, he was barely touched before he got 9 yards down the field, so him making it to the 2nd level certainly helps him go even further than that. A big guy having these DBs try to come up on him, that didn't work out too well. Colvin in the shotgun. Takes snap once again. Fakes the handoff up the sideline. Sanders in and out of his hands in the end zone. They love these play action passes, guys. And you see what they do with it.
That's right. He almost had it for another 6.
It may have been a miscommunication there. Mountain Brook seems to like to run that type of play, but send one of those wide receivers to the inside to catch a safety moving in on him and then burn them deep. Weren't able to do that there. Another one of these shifts. 2 shifts. Kudos to Pinson Valley's line staying disciplined here. Takes a snap, hands off towards that shift. Way to hang on, Pinson Valley. Only a gain of about 3 yards to the 30-yard line.
3 yards. Brings up 3rd and 7 from the 30-yard line.
Taken down by a group of Indians.
We're halfway through the 1st quarter, and I think that if we can just, get settled.
A little bit of trickeration here. They sent Cooper to the line, and Sanders runs a quick little out for an easy 10-yard gain. Make that a 12-yard gain.
12 yards. 1st down. Start.
Play gets called in. They're spreading the DBs out to the near side of the field.
We got
with
3
their wide
receivers split
receivers.
wide.
Colvin.
Man,
They're
do
tricky on these shifts. They're tricky on them. Colvin takes the snap finally, and they run towards that shift, as they seem to like to do, for another about 3-4 yard gain. Up to about the 16-yard line of Pinson Valley.
Play made 3 yards.
Second, and they'll call it 7.
16-yard line.
Sending number 16 in for the Spartans.
Probably just a play signaler.
Mr. Mac Palmer, I believe that is.
Motion Gamble back into the backfield. Colvin takes a snap, hands the ball off towards the shift once again. Pickup of maybe 1.
Brings up a 3rd down, and Michael, I can almost promise you this is going to be a pass to the end zone.
Play made 1 yard.
Play action pass, no doubt.
3rd and 6 from the 15-yard.
Refs call a timeout, pull out one of our guys. Who is that, Thomas? Well, you kind of want him in on a passing play. Didn't have his knee pads down. They're pretty sticklers about that sometimes. Gamble flanks Colvin out to his right, to the near side of the field. Man in motion to fake the toss. Throws it right up the middle to Sanders. Sanders is his favorite target tonight, it seems.
Play made 8 yards.
Sanderson makes it up to about the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal there. Pickup of 7.
Very precise in the passing attack tonight.
The lefty throws a pretty ball, that's for sure.
Direct snap to Mr. Gamble.
He's going to try to take it again on the Wildcat formation. This time able to pick up about 3 yards.
Last week down at Mobile when they played Baker, this young man lined up in this same play about 8 times in a row.
Yeah.
And they couldn't stop him.
And you see all the linemen that they have on the field. They bring in an extra tackle and have their tight end out to whatever side that he's generally going to be running on.
Very, very disciplined football team, Mountain Brook Spartans.
Colvin comes back in. Gamble lined up in the slot. They bring him back into the backfield in the pistol formation. Run him towards the motion once again.
And he's in, for the touchdown.
6 more points, 13-0. Mountain Brook.
5 yards.
Quickly getting out of hand for the Pinson Valley Indians.
Well, time gut check.
That's right. That's right. Three minutes and 33 seconds left. Still in the first quarter. Snap, place, kick. It is up and good, making it 14-0. Mountain Brook.
With 3:33 remaining in the first quarter.
That was quick.
Score, Mountain Brook 14.
Another about 2.5 to 3 minutes milked off the clock by Mountain Brook. They're making these scoring drives pretty quick. But it's exactly what you expected. Run the ball, play action pass, run the ball, play action pass. And they seem to be running the ball wherever the motion is. I know they want to try to get Pinson Valley to tip their hand to that side so they can get them on the other side. But man, at some point, play the averages.
Well, we've got to get some old Mo on the sideline here, and hopefully Mo will show up here in this kick return.
Tevis Metcalf, Amari Thomas lined up deep for the Indians. Mountain Brook booms it up right to Thomas in the middle of the field, about the 7-yard line. Juking and jiving at about the 20, finds a hole, spins up the field to about the 32-yard line of Pinson Valley, and that's where they will start their second drive of the ball game. See if they can get a little more.
One thing that the Spartan defense has kind of proud themselves all year is not letting the receivers get behind them.
Yeah.
They'll let you catch it in front of them, but they will do their best not to let you get behind them and beat them deep. So if we can get Amari or one of our other receivers to slip behind them, we might have a chance of scoring quick. And we got a quarterback change.
Cam Jennings in. Oh, quickly to Thomas.
In and out of Thomas's hand.
Passing complete. Matt Palmer on the coverage.
Quick little route to the outside or the far side of the field. To Thomas, couldn't quite hang on to it. Put a little heat behind that one.
2nd and 10. Jennings takes the snap, hands off.
Chambers.
Spartan defense read that like it was a child's book there.
Yeah, he may have gotten half a yard on that play. You'd like to see them be able to establish some kind of run.
Michael, I don't mean to be quiet. I'm here. I'm actually trying to keep up with some stats here, so I don't mean to be not talking as much.
No worries. Cam takes a snap, flings it out to Torres Chambers, who picks up not enough for the first down. Looks like maybe 7 or 8 yards.
It's going to be shy by about 1 or 2 yards. 4th and 2.
4th and 2. Let's see what they decide to do here. Looks like they're going to send the punting unit out.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Guess is to the point to where he feels like he has to go for it here. You know, we can score. If you go back to the Clay game, which you were at and I wasn't, but you know, they were down, but yet the second half they shut them down and they came back and made a game of it. So
made it an interesting game, aside from a missed extra point try. That was the difference in the ball game.
Good kick.
Beautiful bounce for Pinson Valley. Keeps rolling to the 12-yard line of Mountain Brook. Their worst field position of the game. Long field in front of them. Let's see if Pinson Valley can take advantage of that. Get some good field position in return. They march their senior-laden offense onto the field.
Lined up in a straight line and they go into their stance.
False start, it looks like, on Mountain Brook.
Yep.
Back them up 5, give them even worse field position.
That's one thing that when you have a lot of motion that Mountain Brook does in their installation of their offense plays, that can happen a little bit more often than you would like. It's designed, of course, to draw the defense off sides, but so far, Pinson's been very disciplined in keeping, you know, in check there.
Looks like
First
they
down
got
and 15.
A new running back there. Coons, number 18. He takes the handoff and runs it right up the guard for about 20 yards. Looks like
face mask there.
Face mask against the Indians. That'll give them a few more yards.
It's unintentional.
Play made 27 yards. First down, Spartans.
It's a personal foul, intentional face mask. Wow. Tack on 15 more yards on that. That'll take the ball to the 45-yard line.
That run
was
back
quick.
there was very quick. He hit that hole, and he was at the second level and like no seconds flat. He was fast.
They got 3. They they typically run back there. Gamble is normally the
There
guy,
goes
but
Gamble.
Coons right here.
I think
We
that
got
was
a-
coming back.
We got a flag down right at the line of scrimmage. We'll see how this goes. But
That
boy,
one is coming back.
At left tackle. Flag in the play.
no, it's on Pinson Valley.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning against Pinson.
Well,
Play being 36 yards.
36-yard pickup for him. Again, that was quick. Right up the left guard. The whistle's blowing. Don't know what's going on. Reset the play clock. Get it rolling once again. Still running men on and off the field. Is Mountain Brook. Shuffling all over the field. Oh.
Down to
These
2
shifts.
seconds, 1 second. Hey, somebody moved.
Yeah, no, I think they called a timeout before anything happened. But yeah, they're moving. They're shifting all over the field on them. It is a crazy amount of, I don't know what you want to call it, eye candy or what, going on by Mountain Brook. But kudos to the defensive line for staying disciplined enough to not jump and give them an extra 5 yards. We don't need to be giving them anything extra.
Score update from across the county here. Oxford and Gardendale are tied up at 7-all. And that's the only score I got right now.
Huge success running the football on this drive.
They're, like I said before this thing started, they're a very, very good football team, and certainly they're showing it tonight by establishing the run, and of course the play action pass off of that run.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
One tight end off to the left. Colvin in the shotgun. Looks like he's flanked off this time by Cooper, who moves up to the line.
And he's going to roll out and go back.
Throws it to the tight end. Well covered. Good job by Ivy there to see what was going on. I'm sorry, that's not Ivy. Well, it is. It's Carlos Ivy.
Intended for Kelly. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Carlos Ivy was not fooled by that one. He played his man perfectly.
I don't know if that's Carlos or not.
He was number 6.
Oh, okay.
Number 6, Carlos Ivy.
There was some more shifting.
More shifting. Oh, and they got him this time.
Flag on the play.
They love to gain those cheap yards. And they gave it to him cheap. Pinson's got to stay disciplined on that.
Brings up 2nd and 5 from the 14-yard line.
2nd and 5 here, 14-yard line. They bring Coons back in to flank Colvin to his near side. Hands off to him, right up the guard. We're there to stuff him this time.
Waldrop at left tackle.
Number 72. Cameron Griffin on the stop.
Excuse me. Number,
Gain 1 yard.
I can't see who that is there. Nope, yep, 19.
They'll line up in their
Mr.
Wildcat
Gamble.
formation, bring an extra tackle to the right side of the field, and he will run it that direction. has the edge. And he scores easily.
Gamble at right end. Play made 14 yards. Touchdown, Spartans.
15 yards to the end zone. They love that Wildcat play. 1 minute and 1 second left. Still in the first quarter. Mountain Brook quickly gets up 20-0.
They are stretching that play out as far as they can, and he doesn't cut until he knows he's got a lane, and of course it's very successful doing it.
Absolutely. They love these stretch plays, love the zone plays. And of course it's just a variation of it when they run that Wildcat. They bring an overabundance of hog mollies up on the line.
Well, folks, this is certainly not the way the Indians wanted to start this round one playoff game, with the first quarter having 1 minute and 1 second left, and we're down 21-0. Coach Guest down there trying to fire up his troops.
Trying to pump some energy in these guys.
Like you said earlier, there is a lot of young players out there, and we're going to need the leadership of the seniors to help bring these guys along tonight.
Fire them up. So we got TJ Metcalf and Amari Thomas lined up deep to receive the kick. Brook will put a toe into it at the 40-yard line. Thomas will take it at the 8. Juking and jiving at the 20. Finds a little bit of a seam for another about 7 yards to the 27-yard line.
Upended there. Running hard, though. All right. Let's see who gets the nod in the QB spot this drive.
Looks like Cam Jennings is still in there at QB. Chambers will be to his right. TJ Metcalf to the top side of the field. Thomas to the near side. Takes a snap, hands off. Nope, fakes the handoff. Up the, a quick slant to number 8, Keywan Posey. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. Still at the 27-yard line, Pinson Valley. TJ Metcalf comes off the field. Hands the ball off to Chambers, right up the middle for maybe 1 yard.
Gain of 2 on the play. Tackle made by Billy Radney.
They'll call it 2 yards. So we'll have 3rd and 8 here for the Indians.
We had a receiver open there in the flats, was left all alone. The corner and the safety took off after Amari. Jennings just didn't see him.
Thomas in the slant, cannot hold on to the ball tonight.
Pass incomplete.
It's his 2nd drop pass of the ball game. Would have been good enough for a 1st down had he held on to it. But instead it'll bring up 4th and 8. And the Indians will be forced to punt the ball away. But again,
4th and 8 from the 29-yard line.
Just cannot get any offense established tonight.
Need to hold on to these passes. That's about the 4th drop we've had in this ball game. Oh, nearly blocked the punt. Beatty scoots up, decides to back off now, takes it on the hop, and gets him about an extra 3 yards maybe to the 39-yard line of Mountain Brook.
Beatty returns the punt 2 yards.
where they'll start at the near hash, the 39-yard line. But we are at the end of the first quarter. Mountain Brook is a very big and very disciplined football team in Mountain Brook. As it is shown on the screen, kick up, good. 28-0 in the second quarter. 8:39 still left in the half. Let's see if the offense can put together anything here. You're running out of time for sustained drives here.
We're going to have to just get out there and sling it around, Michael.
That's what I'm saying. There's no time for sustained drives. We got to put the ball in the end zone and put it in the end zone very quick.
We've got 8 minutes, 39 seconds to do hopefully what damage we can. And I would see if we could score quickly, probably an onside kick coming, and then we got to get our playmakers. We got to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers. You know.
Well, they got to catch it when it's in their hands. Thomas with a couple of drops. Chico had a drop. We got to hang on to this football. It would be nice to see Chambers gain some kind of running game, but the score as it is right now, I don't know if we can afford to be dinking and dunking with the running game too terribly much. But Mountain Brook ready to kick this ball off. Looks like Metcalf and Thomas back there to receive. Kicks it out of bounds. They will take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Which is probably a good thing right now.
Good starting position for the Indians. See if they can make use of the relatively short field.
Pinson Valley takes over 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
1st and 10. Let's see if Cam Jennings comes back out here. No, it looks like Posey may be the quarterback.
Posey is going to get the call this series for the QB position. Got Mr. Chambers lined up to his side.
Oh, short snap. Rolls out to his left. Look to throw. Good athletic move. Has a blocker out in front of him. Is only able to pick up about 2 yards on that. He had a lot of field in front of him. Couldn't make use of it. That's good to see. You want to see him move the ball with his feet, too, because Mountain Brook seems to have some issue with that. But we also need to get this ball down the field. It's like Ivy to the far side. Chico here, or Thomas, rather, on the near side.
Good hard running.
Chambers right up the middle for a good 14-yard gain.
Gain of 21 on the play.
And 21.
Make that 21.
That's his first positive run tonight. Did Mountain Brook call timeout?
Looks like it right at a 20-yard gain, rather.
Timeout, Mountain Brook.
Just when we get something going, they want to try to stifle it. It seems like calling a timeout, maybe.
That's right. Best running play of the game by Pinson Valley. We'll get the number of yards right here eventually. That's 19 yards.
So is it 21, 20, or 19?
For jobs big or small, RentalWorks carries a diverse fleet of construction equipment such as forklifts, aerial lifts, and much more. And CraneWorks also offers trained and certified operators and riggers. Visit craneworks.com today, where there's no job too big to handle.
We've had one pass completion so far. Here we go. Posey.
Posey and Chambers in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off once again to Chambers. Has a huge lane to the left side of the field. Dodges one tackle. Can't break away from the second before Mountain Brook gangs up on him at the 35-yard line. A pickup of 9 will bring up 2nd and 1. Another solid run by Chambers. Hey, I said we might not have enough for him to enough time for him to get the ground game going, but if he's picking up these chunks, hey, feed the beast. Kewan takes a snap, fakes the handoff to him. Man wide open, Ivy. Oh,
He underthrew him.
can't get it up into his chest. Throws it right at his feet.
Tucker Crawford on the coverage.
Brings up third and a short 1.
A pass right into his chest there. Could have possibly been 6 for the Indians. As he stays out there at quarterback.
Well, let's get the first down.
3rd and 1. Let's pick it up.
Get something established here.
Maybe 2 down territory. If they can get the ball spotted correctly.
3rd and 1 from the 35-yard line.
There they go. All right. Now, guys, false start on the Indians. Backs them up 5. Big difference between 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 6.
Pinson Valley.
Goodness. That shifting that the defense linemen were doing for Mountain Brook.
That's their modus operandi, it seems. Shift on defense, shift on offense.
3rd and 6.
Get your eyes not working correctly. Posey takes a snap, rolls to the near side, slings it out. Gonzalez not able to hang on to the football.
Pass incomplete.
Brings up 4th and 6. Let's see what the Indians decide to do. Posey is staying out on the field. It's like Coach Guess has directed him to stay out there.
Brings up 4th and 6 from the 40-yard line.
Indians will be going for it.
See if they can make something of it here.
Well, with the way Mountain Brook's offense is moving the ball, whether they get it on the 20 with a
Roll Chambers out to the near side, throws it long for Ivy, nowhere near him, way overthrown.
Pass incomplete.
Rod Ivy had a step yet again. The ball overthrown by Posey.
they had the right play call.
From the 40-yard line.
Mountain Brook will take over on downs right at the 40.
They definitely had the right play call. We just didn't get the ball to the receiver.
Colvin once again flanked by Gamble. Shift the tight end, and then more motion by that line. They'll run it right behind the motion.
And
Gamble
he
stopped
stopped
in the
short.
backfield for 2. Make it,
For a
2.5 yard loss.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Beautiful play. They shot that gap. They knew where he was going that time. Blew that play up in the backfield.
38-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 12. Let's see if the defense can stand stout this play.
Coons lined up in the behind Colvin in the pistol formation. They'll shift their trips to the near side of the field. They'll stay on
Play
sides
action.
on that. He's in trouble. Shifts out of trouble, flings it downfield. Man covered. Was he able to make the catch? They say he was. Sanderson with a diving catch at the 37-yard line. Covered well, just able to make a
Complete to Sanderson.
tremendous play.
Gain of 23 yards. First down, Spartans.
Posey was hanging with him. Just couldn't swat it away.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Coons lined up behind him. They'll shift the tight end, and they'll run the ball towards him yet again. Pickup of about 4 yards, 4.5. At the 33-yard line of Pinson Valley. Make it 2nd down and 6.
Send Gamble back in.
Brings up 2nd and 6 from the 33-yard line.
They got quite a stable back there in their backfield. Goodness gracious. They are not lacking. They will send Colvin here to the near side of the field. Gamble will take the direct snap. He does, runs it up to the near side. Had him stopped initially, but he's able to break away for 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Play made 2 yards.
3rd and about
3rd and 4 from the
4 to go, it looks like. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
'21 comes out of the.
Trying to get the play call in. Colvin doesn't know whether he needs to be on the field or off the field.
Down to 5 seconds, 4. They're going to have to call timeout. And they do.
Timeout, Mountain Brook.
They only had 10 men on the field. They couldn't get their 11th man out there. Had to burn another timeout. They're down to none.
For as long as I can remember, the Browning name has meant something to people.
5 minutes and 13 seconds left in this first quarter. Brook still up 28 to nothing. 3rd and 4 here. Let's see if the Indians can do something, make the stop. This will probably be a 4-down territory for Mountain Brook. I don't doubt it.
Once again, folks, in Alabama, good sportsmanship is a high school tradition. Whether at home or on the road, make our schools, our communities, and our students proud by displaying positive sportsmanship. That PSA is brought to you from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Third and 5. 3rd and long 4 or short 5?
They'll call it 3rd and 4 at the 31-yard line. Gamble back there to take the direct snap again, runs it up the far side of the field.
And he's got the first and a few more.
Stumbles his way for about 16-yard gain. We'll call it 14.
Play made 15 yards. First down.
Spotted at the 20, we're going to make that the 18-yard line.
First and 10 from the 18-yard line.
Colvin back in there to take the snap. They bring Chambers and Cooper back to surround him.
We're able to stop him for a short gain.
Hands it off to Gamble for a pickup of about 3 yards. I'll make that 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
Play made 2 yards.
Mr. Carlos Ivy comes off. Looks like he's grabbing the back of his leg there. Maybe got a cramp or.
Timeout, Pinson Valley. Get Ivy rehydrated and back out there. Need both Ivy boys on the field. Need a stop. Here's where Mountain Brook gobbles up the clock.
Well, they certainly controlled the tempo of the entire first half.
Every aspect of the game they have controlled.
You know, this is basically the same game plan that they used last week at Baker. You know, try to establish the run, and play action pass in between, and before you know it, it's 34 to 35 to nothing.
It looks exactly the same. Bring the teams back out on the field.
2nd and 8.
back in the straight line formation. Bring Gamble into the backfield. Send the tight end in motion, and they'll run it right back behind him. Looks like they got a little bit of an early start there. May back him up 5.
Bring up 2nd and 12, I guess, 13.
Ball start, Mount Brook.
Yep, should be looking at a 2nd and 13. They waved it off. Why would you stop the play then? Interesting. It's called over the PA system, but
No flag on the play.
interesting. All right, well, let's try again. 2nd and 8. Colvin flanked by Gamble in the backfield. He backs up the pass, lofts it up to the end zone to Sanderson, right over the head of Jalen Peterson for a touchdown. 34-0, 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the half. Now Brook will line up for another point after. Snap, place, kick, up, and it's good. 35 to Neal. Mountain Brook up on the Pinson Valley Indians, 4:22 left in the half.
Well,
I see a lot of shoulders slumped down, Chris.
Well, Coach Guess is going to have to certainly, try on this possession to get something established. But at halftime, get in there and make sure these guys understand there's 2 halves, and you just don't give up. Every play is a different play, and that's what football is about. Just checking yourself and looking at your player next to you in the eye and saying, hey, I'm here, let's go.
We'll see if they can get it in before the half, maybe put some points on the board. And then go in, as you said, at half and say, hey, look, as quickly as they scored, we can do the same thing. Let's go out the second half and make it interesting. Pinson took their time to get out on the field.
Well, Tevis has taken his brother's place as one of the deep men, Metcalf, and of course Amari is the other deep back. And Pinson Valley is prepared to take the kickoff from Mountain Brook. And
Kicking it once again to Thomas at about the 6-yard line. Finds a seam right up the middle. Dives to about the 28-yard line. That's where this drive will start. Thomas is about a step or two from breaking one of these.
Well, the Mountain Brook kick-off team is very, of course, I keep using the word discipline on most of their things, but they stay in their lanes, and they don't overreact, and that's why if he gets by one, there's another one to make the tackle.
They'll keep Posey in at quarterback. Of course, Chambers in the backfield with him. Trying to shift and catch.
Whoa, what a great catch.
Pinson moving early, but unable to. Chico with a quick catch and a quick 15 yards.
Pass complete. Gain of 13 on the play.
Chico showing the good hands there, finally making a catch.
Tackle made by Hampton T.
Posey getting his guys lined up correctly. Tight end in motion, takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Chambers, going deep downfield to Chico.
Pass incomplete.
People looking for pass interference there, a little bit handsy. No turnaround there. Chico wasn't able to come back to the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kewan getting his boys lined up. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds left on the play clock. And to get it snapped, sends Chambers out to the near side. Got to get rid of the ball. 3 men in the backfield quickly on Posey, and he is taken down for an 8-yard loss. Bringing up 3rd and long, 3rd and 18 in the Pinson Valley 35-yard line. Can't make it harder on ourselves.
Tackle made by Vaughn Frost and Parker Avery.
Thomas to the top of the field. We'll see. They sling it out to Chambers. And 4 men out there. He's able to break it to the 50, to the 45.
First down.
And first down at the 43-yard line is where they'll mark him. I'll make that the 42.
So that made that play how long there, Michael?
They started at the 35. 23 yards. 23 yards. Quickly up to the line, send Chambers out to the far side of the field, fling it out to him, and he is up the field. They'll call it 3 yards at the 40-yard line.
That was Chambers again?
Chambers yet again, yes. They'll call it 2 yards, make it 2nd and 8. Right at the 40. Thomas to the top of the field, Gonzalez to the near side. Avi and Chico in the slots. Sling it out to Thomas, and once again, he can't come up with it. Kewan's got to put it in his chest there, let him out to the sideline too much. Brings up another 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 here. Well, you pick it up on 3rd and 18. Let's see what they can do at 3rd and 8. Thomas to the top of the field. Kewan's got to get rid of the ball. He just falls down at the 42-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe 1 more yard back. Make that a 3-yard loss.
You'll see Pinson go for this on a 4th down. With
4th and 11. Minute 55, clock still ticking till the end of the half here.
Brings up 4th and 11 from the 43-yard line.
Guys taking their time getting lined up. Mountain Brook sending people on and off the field. Clock running. Our guys are still not set. Looks like we may get a timeout here by Coach Guess. And he calls it with 1 second left on the play clock. 1 minute, 28 seconds left in the half. Timeout, Pinson Valley. Let's see what they come up with for 4th and 11.
Coach Guess was trying to burn some time off the clock in the event that Mountain Brook does get the ball back. That they don't have a whole lot of time to do much more damage before the half.
Don't give them more than you have to. Beautiful play by Chambers on that quick out.
Right now, Taurus Chambers has 30 yards rushing.
He may have about as
and
many
he's got,
receiving.
he's the lead receiver right now with 26 yards in receptions.
Pretty close. Player of the game thus far for
Posey
Pinson
has
Valley.
a total of 43 yards. In passing.
Get the guys lined up for 4th and 11 here. Gonzalez to the near side. Thomas and Chico to the top. They'll send Thomas in motion to the near side. Flinging it back to Chico. Oh, he breaks the tackle. Get upfield. It looks like, depending on the spot, it looks like he is right at the line to gain. He only needed that 32-yard line, and he is right at it. They gave it to him. First down.
First down.
Beautiful.
Pass complete.
Not a extremely pretty pass. He had to slow down for it, but
That
was
was
able to come back and grab it. Chico, number 9. Great play call on 4th and 11. Thomas to the top of the field, Gonzalez to the near side, Chambers. Kiwan rolling out to the near side. Cannot quite get it to Gonzalez, throwing
Pass incomplete.
on the run there.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looks like Gonzalez just tried to squat in an open part of the field. I don't know if there was some miscommunication there. Kiwan talking to Gonzalez.
Brings up 2nd and 10 with 57 seconds left to go in this second quarter here at Spartan Stadium in Mountain Brook, Alabama.
Thomas once again to the top. Chambers flanking Kiwan to his right. Sends Chambers out. Kiwan running right up the middle on a quarterback draw. Picks up about 3 yards.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Timeout, Pinson Valley. That'll be their last timeout.
Tackle made by Sam Hunt.
Third and about 7 to go after the timeout. Ball situated on the 29. It's the furthest penetration I think Pinson Valley has had in this game. Let's see if we can come away with something on it.
I want to say again, thank you to our sponsors throughout the season, ihangtvs.com. If you need your TV hung on the wall, give ihangtvs.com a call today and let them come out and quote you a job, and they'll hide the wires, hang the TVs, and leave you with a smile. Here we go. 50 seconds left to go in this second quarter.
All right, the Indians lined up. Cam Jennings out there at quarterback now, spelling Kiwan. Looks like Kiwan is
In the line for receivers out there.
a receiver. Oh, Cam immediately in trouble, taken down for about a 7, make that a 9-yard loss.
Loss of 11 on the play. Tackle made by Parker Avery.
They'll spot him down at the 40. Well, I'll make it a
Brings up 4th and 19 from the 41-yard line.
4th and very long. Keep Cam in. Slings it out to Chico. Oh, couldn't quite break the tackle there of number 29, Parker Silsby for Mountain Brook. That'll be a turnover on downs with 9 seconds left in the half. We'll see what Mountain Brook does here. They just call it a half and take it to the locker room.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, at the concession stand, it is now half price on all hot foods.
Have their victory formation to kneel to take it to the half, and that's exactly what they'll do. Time will click down. 3, 2, 1, and that's the first half. 35-0, Mountain Brook over the Pinson Valley
0.
Indians. How much of a showing from the Indians?
Certainly
the best
not,
penetration
Michael.
that they had was on that last drive, and still couldn't do anything with it.
Certainly not. It's definitely not what we wanted to see tonight in our first half of our first round of the playoffs. So let's just hope that they can get into the locker room and see if these coaches can come up with some schemes to counterattack what we're experiencing here with this offense of the Mountain Brook Spartans. They're definitely very impressive. I have not been keeping the stats of their offense, and I don't know if I would want to even know right now.
It's going to be pretty hefty.
Jay Elliott, State Farm Insurance in Pinson, Alabama. Please give Jay a call if you need any insurance quotes on your car, your home, your boat, life insurance. Jay can certainly take care of all your needs there. It's Jay Ellett, State Farm Insurance. Food Giant, thanks again for all the food that you have helped feed our players throughout this season and the pre-games. Certainly appreciate that. Please go out and support Food Giant there in Pinson, Alabama. Meridan Corporation in Pelham. They can handle all of your needs for branding. So give them a call. Meridan, M-A-R-I-D-A-N, Meridan. And iHangTVs.com.
And our principal, Mr. Michael Turner, we present to you the 2022 edition of the
All right, guys, well, we will let y'all enjoy this halftime. We will be back with y'all in about 14 minutes.
Award-winning competition show. The band is under the field direction of senior drum majors Noel Potter, Aggie Beasley, and Brook.
What you doing? Who are you? Jet? We're getting our butt kicked.
Drum majors, is the band ready?
I'm telling you, baby, Mountain Brook's good.
We now
Good.
the pride of the valley.
And they're just, you know,
Valley March.
our guys are just gotten intimidated. So hopefully we can come out and do something. I mean, I don't think we're going to win, but anyway. Let me call you right back. All right, love you.
but you know, figure if you're not spending at least $3,000 a month, they'll drop you as an advertiser, and there's centralize the sales folks and keep concentrate on national accounts rather than the locals. That's crazy. That's why the Montgomery Advertiser runs stories that ain't not even local.
Pinson is they got intimidated. First drive. I kept telling Lee all week long, I said, buddy, your coaches aren't prepared to see what they're going to see. And he kept saying, well, they said they got to be like this offense.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs. And yes, we hang the wire.
Two-thirds of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs. And yes, we hang the wire.
2/3 of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs, and yes, we hang the wire.
Two-thirds of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs, and yes, we hang the wire.
Two-thirds of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs, and yes, we hang the wire.
Two-thirds of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs, and yes, we hang the wire.
2/3 of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once, so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs, and yes, we hang the wire.
Two-thirds of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once, so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs, and yes, we hang the wire.
Two-thirds of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Make your neighbors jealous with a video wall from iHangTVs.com. We take 4 or more TVs and turn them into one massive screen so you can watch in style. There are sizes to fit any wall, and our installations come with surround sound. You can even show multiple programs at once, so you never have to choose which game you want to watch. Ask about his and her TV installs with Bluetooth headphones. It eliminates fighting over what you're going to watch.
I hang TVs, and yes, we hang the wire.
Two-thirds of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Spartan Stadium. We are about to begin our second half. Once again, Mountain Brook up 35-0 on the Pinson Valley Indians. We'll see how well they come back out to start this second half.
Well,
Pinson Valley should be receiving the second half kickoff. Let's see if they can get some points on the board.
Well, let's hope that the coaching staff went in there at halftime and was able to, number one, calm the players down. I know they're emotional right now, and a lot of young guys, you know, in that locker room, and hopefully the older guys have kind of stepped up to help calm their nerves and get everybody down at a level that we can come out here, execute, and get some points on the board and make some stops, and let's see what happens.
Mountain Brook was able to hang 35 and a half. Let's see what Pinson Valley can do. If they were able to do it in Mountain Brook, Pinson Valley has the athletes to make it happen. They got an awful lot of youth compared to Mountain Brook. That may be the X factor, and it seems to have played quite a factor.
I have
throughout
noticed,
that first half.
I don't mean to interrupt you there, Michael, or maybe I do, I'm just kidding. I've noticed that for the 6A team that's out here on this field, Mountain Brook has about 30 more players than Pinson. And, I mean, that, of course, that helps their Mountain Brook coaches out because they can actually sport, you know, almost full 2 teams.
That's depth right there.
That's
depth. At
That's
the
right.
beginning of the game, I mentioned they have quite a roster on their hands, enough that they are forced to double up some of the numbers, which kind of threw me off in the first half. I want to apologize to Mr. Will Waltrip, the running back, number 18. He was gobbling up a bunch of yards, and I was misnaming him from our roster sheet. But Will Waltrip put on quite a show in the first half for the Mountain Brook Spartans.
Well, we're about to receive the opening kickoff of the second half here at the Spartan Stadium in Mountain Brook, Alabama. We've got
Metcalf and Thomas lined up deep to receive the kick.
And that's Tevis Metcalf, younger brother of TJ. TJ, haven't seen him. I'm hoping that his injury was not prohibitive from keeping him to come out on the second half.
Chop block took him out in the first half. I see him on the sidelines. He seems to be moving okay.
And it's going to Mr. Thomas again, and he's going right up the middle. And he returns this one almost to the 40-yard line.
Up to the 38-yard line once again. He is just one person away from taking this to the house.
Return 21 yards.
Done a pretty fair job in the kickoff return category.
First and 10 from the 30.
We just needed to make some catches here. Tevis Metcalf will join Kewan Posey in the backfield. A lot of shifting by the Mountain Brook defensive line. He'll take the snap, take it himself. Posey does for a 2-yard gain to the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Indians. Trying to make it happen with his legs, Posey is. He's just the athlete to do it. Chambers joins him in the backfield, spelling Metcalf. Looking to the sideline for guidance, takes the snap, flings it over here to Thomas, makes the catch, and will be a couple of yards shy of the first down, make that 3 yards. He'll pick up 5.
6 on the play.
Make that 3rd and 3 to go. Posey and Chambers lined up in the pistol formation. Thomas to the near side. He'll fling it out to Chico, just out of the reach. Chico once again. We've had some guys beat deep. Just couldn't make it happen on several occasions here.
From the 46-yard line.
Gonzalez will come to the sideline. Rod Ivy will line up on the far side. Thomas here to the near side.
They're going for it.
4th and 3. Wind's picking up a little bit. Looking to the sideline. Takes the snap. Chambers gets the handoff quickly upfield, gets the first down to the 51-yard line, a pickup of 6 yards.
Tackle made by Trent Wright.
That gives Chambers 36 yards rushing on the night, which is kind of what he usually gets in the first quarter.
Needed 5, got 6. Good hard run by Chambers.
First down.
Had a huge hole to the left side of the field. Thomas to the top, or to the top. Ivy to the near side. Chambers gets the handoff, takes it to the far side, and quickly gallops for about 7 yards.
Gain of 7 on the play. Tackle made by
Second
Mark
and
Cross.
3 to go.
Hopefully we
Make
can
that second
establish.
and 4 to go. Ivy here to the near side. Thomas once again up to the top. Posey to take the shotgun snap. There's a flag down, false
Flag on
start.
the play.
Make a good gain on first down and virtually eliminate it
False start.
by a penalty.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
We need
from the
nothing to kill
48-yard line.
momentum here.
No, you don't want to shoot your own self in the foot with it's not paying attention.
Gonzalez here to the near side. Chico and Ivy.
2nd and 9.
Line up in between. To the top is Thomas. Kiwan takes the snap, immediately in trouble, but it's a screen pass. Oh, tips around and into the hands of a defensive lineman for Mountain Brook.
Certainly not what we needed, Michael.
Making a lot of progress and then immediately
Pass intercepted by Billy Hoyt.
give it back to Mountain Brook. So they will start 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line of Pinson Valley. Excellent field position for them. Colvin brings them out for Mountain Brook.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
A lot of shifting once again. Colvin alone in the backfield. See if he brings somebody in. He does. He brings Gamble back in. He'll hand it to Gamble at the right side. Picking up a chunk of yards. Knocked the ball out of his hands, but not before he gains 10 yards. Ball fumbles out of bounds. And they will give him the first down. Ball spotted right at the marker. Gamble fortunate that fumbled out of bounds. TJ Metcalf there to make the stop. Lined up in the single file formation, they'll break. Colvin flanked once again by Gamble. He'll take the snap. Right up the right side for Gamble. They are having massive success right off of that right guard, right tackle.
They have found a gap in that right side that Mr. Gamble is manipulating time and time again.
Mr. Gamble, Mr. Waltrip, Mr. Cooper. Every one of their running backs is having a mountain of success here tonight against the Indians defense, which is known to be pretty stout. That just shows the size and skill that this defense or the offensive line for Mountain Brook has. He makes the extra point, bringing it to 42-0. Mountain Brook over Pinson Valley. Well, some success on offense to start the half off for Pinson Valley. That screen pass gets tipped around and just finds its way miraculously
into the
hands of the Mountain Brook Spartans.
Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way.
They say it's better to be lucky than good, but they seem to be good and lucky.
Tonight it's going all Mountain Brook's way. Saw that drone take off there, Michael. I didn't know if what that was.
Doing some filming for Mountain Brook Spartans here.
And
8 minutes and 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Once again, Pinson Valley will be lined up to receive the kick. Chico joins Thomas back there to receive the kick.
A lot of long faces I can see, but like I said, you know.
You see the push-ups being done by the student section here. They are getting quite a workout in this game. Ready to kick it off. Boots it deep to Thomas. He'll field it right at the 5-yard line. Picks up speed along the near side. Flag down. Or Thomas takes it to the 44-yard line. Flag sitting there at the 15-yard line. Looks like it'll go against the Indians.
Maybe it was a block in the back.
That indeed it is. Block in the back.
Block in the back, Pinson Valley.
Hey, we all three got that one right, Michael. Me, you, and their announcer. What are the odds of that? Well, Pinson going to start on their 15-yard line.
Yeah, I think they'll back it up from the 15. About half the distance to the
Oh,
goal.
goodness.
So they will start it at 7.5. No, they back them up a full 10. That's interesting. Now they bring it
back
up to the 7-yard
7.5,
line.
yep. Bring up a 1st and 10 from our own 7.5, just like you said. Don't want to ever question Mr. Michael.
Pinson Valley takes over 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line.
Feel free to. Ivy at the top. Thomas here to the near side. Keywan once again lined up in the QB position. He'll turn and hand it off. No, fake the handoff to Chambers. Jukes and jibes and is only able to pick up about 1 yard to the 8.
That defensive end stayed home. Did not get caught up into the play action there with the fake to the running back.
I don't know if that was an option or not. If so, that was not the best read by Mr. Posey.
2nd and 10 from the 7-yard line.
2nd and 9 at the 8. Takes the snap, quickly flings it out to Thomas. The man draped all over his back, but he is able to get it up to about the 13-yard line. A quick 4-yard gain.
I think a good stop and go there, since that cornerback is sitting so tight on Amari. If he could just pump fake and then let Amari take off, he'd be gone to the races.
Exactly what I was about to say. A good pump fake, making him stick his cleats in the ground, and then Thomas blasting home past him. That could be a big gainer.
3rd and 5.
Quickly 3rd down. 2 receivers to the near side. Fakes the handoff to Chambers. Keywan's going to take it himself, but he is quickly brought down for a 5-yard loss to the 8-yard line. So it'll be 4th and 10. And Pinson Valley will be forced to punt this ball away.
Tackle made by Parker Avery.
Well, Thomas had an excellent kickoff return, negated by a block in the back. Pinson Valley could not do anything with it.
Flag on the play.
Looks like Pinson Valley may be
Had
too many
an
men in
extra
formation.
man.
That's exactly what it is. Too many men in the formation. Back him up about half the distance of the goal.
Illegal substitution, Pinson Valley.
They'll put it right there at about the 3-yard line.
6 minutes, 48 seconds left in the third.
Oh, a fake. A fake. He has plenty of room to the left side of the field. Easily picks up the first down. Ivy still driving. Man, what a play. Picks up close to about 24, 22 yards, they'll say. Carlos Ivy, one of the up men, takes the snap and has a ton of room up the far side of the field. What a bold move breaking that out.
Coach Guest pulling the tricks out of the hat on that one. The gambler.
Maybe that can light a fire. We're 6.5 minutes in to the third quarter.
That took some guts to call a fake punt on your own. What were we on?
We were on the 3-yard
the
line.
3-yard line, wow.
Ivy still in there. Him and Chico, part of the trips on the near side. Chambers takes the handoff right up the middle, driving his legs for about 4 yards up to the 30-yard line.
It is good to see that these players have not quit.
Don't give up, especially some of these seniors.
They have not quit. I still see them firing off the ball, and they're running hard. Regardless of what the score is, very, very glad to see that.
Flag in the play.
Flag down. I didn't see this.
Personal
After
foul against the Indians.
Dead ball, too.
Pinson Valley.
That'll back him up 15 yards. It'll still be second down, but about second down and 19. Didn't see what happened there. Didn't even see the flag. Make that second down and 21. 22. Well, Kiwan takes the snap. Chambers floats out to the near side. He zips it to TJ Metcalf, and he can't hang on to it. Not sure who that was intended for. Ivy and Metcalf were in the area. We hit Metcalf in the hands, and if it hits you in the hands, you need to come away with it. Third, and they say 22.
Third 22 from the 14-yard line.
Ball lined up in between the 14 and 15-yard line.
That was kind of a Patrick Mahoney pass there, wasn't it?
A little sidearm action on it. Thomas to the top of the field, Metcalf to the near side of the field. Ivy and Chico lined up as trips on this side. Kiwan floats to the near side. Can't find Ivy. Overthrows him to the near boundary.
Widener on the coverage. Brings up 4th and 22.
4th and 22. I doubt you're going to go for it here.
And I don't think we'll see a fake unless the Mountain Brook Spartans line up a certain way. And that's kind of what called that other fake, is how they aligned. I did discuss with Coach Guest this week, and how their alignment was.
He saw it coming.
He saw it. I didn't want to say anything. Good kick.
Looks like they had a safe man back there, so they're not going to risk another fake punt. But Mountain Brook will take over in the Pinson Valley side of the field on the 46-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's on-time service scholar athlete is Matt Palmer. Palmer has a 4-point.
5 minutes and 24 seconds left. Again, we want to thank our sponsors that have supported us throughout the regular season. iHangTVs.com, Food Giant, Jay Ellett, Sarah Toyota and Hyundai, Meridan Corporation.
Colvin takes a snap, turns and hands to Gamble. right up that right side where they've had success all night, and he's quickly able to pick up about 12 yards to the far side of the field.
We just cannot stop Mr. Gamble tonight.
First down, Spartans.
And we know he's coming with it. I mean, that's
all three of their running backs on the field right now. Walter, Cooper, and Gamble. Cooper and Gamble line up on either side of Colvin. He turns and hands it to Gamble right up the middle. Easily makes the edge and in for another touchdown.
Gamble at right guard. Play made 34 yards.
Gobbling up yards.
getting to be certainly out of reach for the Indians. On a sad note, I must say. I just hopefully these kids will continue to play hard and focused and
play for pride.
Play for pride. That's right. Wind is picking up some kind of a good 10 knots, it seems.
Snap, kick, good. 49 to nothing. 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter. 7 touchdowns by the Mountain Brook Spartans.
Mountain Brook 49, Pinson Valley 0.
They're making this look a little too easy. Spot a little bit of frustration on the Pinson Valley side. Got to keep the cool, guys.
Well, I hate it for the seniors that are, this is their last game of the year, of most of their life, as far as a football player that's taunted from helmet to toe with pads, and some of them will go to the next level. And we certainly are excited to be able to watch them. Did you catch Mr. Pyron last week in Georgia Tech game against Florida State?
I saw that he got some playing time, yes.
Almost the entire second half, and he did very well. Pinson Indian showing some pride there at the next level. Let's see who's deep today.
We got Chico and Metcalf, Tevis Metcalf, back to receive. Looks like it'll make its way to Metcalf at about the 9-yard line. Quickly churning those feet upfield. Breaks one tackle at the 25 up to the 32-yard line. Taken down at the 37.
And a flag comes in.
Looks like a face mask, possibly, as he was taken down. Let's see what the call is. The official throwing the flag in was way ahead of the play. Let's see what he saw. Indeed, face mask of the incidental kind, it looks like. I'll give him an extra 5 yards. Looks like Cam Jennings will be coming in as quarterback. Kewan is still out there, lined up as a receiver to the near side.
Maury going to the top side with Mr. Hatton there in the slot.
Looks like Chico, yeah,
Chico
out there. Chambers and the pistol behind him. Jennings overthrows. Who is that?
Pass incomplete.
Chico, big time.
We have just not been able to establish much of anything on offense tonight.
Dean on the coverage. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Kewan again to the near side. Chico in the slot. Thomas up to the top of the field. Hands off to Chambers. Slashes behind left guard. Up for about 4 yards. Bring up 3rd and 6.
Gain of 4 on the play.
at the 46-yard line.
A host of Spartans in on the tackle. Brings up 3rd and 6 from the 46-yard line.
See what Jennings can do here on 3rd and 6. Takes a snap, turns, fakes the handoff to Chambers. He is quickly swallowed up in the backfield.
Loss of 5 on the play.
Brings it back to about the, past the original line of scrimmage. Will bring up 4th and 11. He loses 5 yards on the sack.
Parker Avery and Billy Radby.
They're having quite a bit of success when Jennings is in there. If they bring a blitz, he's pretty much going down.
Unfortunately.
Bring up a punting situation, and they are lined up in safe, so they are not going to allow another fake punt to get by them again. Puts a boot into it. Nice little spiral, a little short, but number 26, Hudson Young, comes up to receive the punt at the 34-yard line. So with our start 1st and 10 there, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Mountain Brook bringing backups in. Number 17, Cooper, turns and hands it off.
Yeah, there's no reason that Mountain Brook needs to leave their starters in any longer than they need to now.
Why
They've
would
got
they?
another game next week against either Gadsden City, I believe it is, or who was it?
Coleman? Is it Coleman?
I believe it is Coleman. You're right.
Cooper stays in at quarterback. Looks like Douglas Johnson lined up to his left. He'll turn and hand it off to him. And he'll have some success up that right side yet again.
Johnson.
They are working our right side for sure.
Picks up about 6, maybe 7 on the play.
Play made 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and
It's
6
kind of
from the 30
ironic,
yard line.
but the offensive coordinator for Mountain Brook is Tony Johnson, which coached Lee in high school, Coach Guess in high school at Hewitt Trustful. So it kind of come full circle almost. And Tony is an outstanding person, number one, and also an excellent coach, of course. But hats off to Tony and his play calling tonight.
Cooper not able to connect on that pass. Brings up 4th and 6.
I believe this is the first stop of the game for Pinson.
I believe you're correct. Punter finally getting some work. We don't have a man lined up deep to
Punt went
to
out
receive.
at the 45-yard line.
Flag on the play.
He's just not used to punting. I think Pinson Valley may have had too many men on the field, or it may be a legal substitution thing here.
Which would still not give them enough
We'll see.
for a first down.
Legal substitution.
Illegal substitution, Pinson Valley.
Should make it 4th and 1 here.
We're short one man.
Chico's coming in to receive the kick.
Be 4th and 1 from the 44-yard line.
Wind's picking up here a little bit.
Cooper again is not able to kick it very well. The one aspect of the Mountain Brook game that hasn't looked too great.
They usually don't have to punt too much.
It doesn't seem that way. He kicked it about 12 yards maybe. So Pinson Valley will come out at the 46-yard line, their own 46.
Pinson Valley takes over 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Cam Jennings once again comes in at quarterback. The size difference between the starters for Mountain Brook and the backups they have in now is quite substantial.
It's a noticeable difference, that's for sure. And let's see how we do this series. We can find out who wants to be out there.
We got a late tight end coming in. Mr. English. Cam is able to escape some pressure, throws it out for Thomas. Thomas makes the catch. Can he break this tackle? He is doing everything that he can and is finally brought down at the 4-yard line. 50-yard pickup by Amari Thomas. Cam scrambling around, doing everything he can to keep the ball alive. Flings it up to Thomas, catches it at about the 12-yard line, able to fight down to the 4. Cam quickly lined back up in the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Chambers. Ooh, nearly throws an interception right at the goal line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Not sure if that was an RPO. If so, wasn't the greatest of reads there. Looks like he nearly threw it right to the linebacker.
Almost.
Still in there. Chambers will flank him to his left. Man in motion is Chico. Goes back and throws it right to Chico. He's able to make the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Pinson Valley. 4-yard touchdown pitch and catch. Jennings to Chico. Number 9 just scrapes it right off the ground, sits down to make the catch in the end zone, but is able to come away with 6. 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. Not a way to play for some pride. Chico is a little bit gimpy walking off to the sideline, but the point after attempt is up and good by Gonzalez.
49-7. Well, we evaded the shutout.
And like I said, play for pride, guys. Play for pride. Good to see Chico come away with that. And good to see Thomas with a big 50-yard catch here in the 2nd half. Something Pinson Valley has only done once this game, and it was at the very beginning. A kickoff. Upcoming. The refs trying to get Pinson Valley to get out there and line up. Mountain Brook doesn't know what side of the field they need to line up on. Get lined up for the kick quickly. Get a quick offside. Gonzalez will tee it up at the 40-yard line. Like Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and Johnson in the backfield to receive the kick.
I believe there's a corporation by the name of Johnson Johnson somewhere. Well, we evaded the shutout. I'm glad to see that.
It may be Young and Johnson back there. I can't tell if that's a 26 or 28.
Be taking on about the
But that's definitely
14.
Johnson taking the kick. He's able to squirm his way up to about the 31-yard line.
We're about to wrap up the 3rd quarter here.
Johnson returns out to the 31-yard line.
drum line putting on a show for Mountain Brook. Cooper and Johnson in the backfield for Mountain Brook. Young lined up to the near side.
So far, we've had 10 first downs.
Cooper takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. He is quickly brought down for a yard loss at the 30-yard line.
And Chambers has a total of 51 yards rushing for the night. Posey has 61 yards passing, and Mr. Jennings has 54 with 1 TD. And Amari has 61 yards from the night. And Mr. Hatton 44 with a TD. 2nd and 11.
Cooper takes a snap, turns and hands off to Johnson up the right side. Tries to run off tackle and is picked up and slammed at the original line of scrimmage. Picked up 1 yard, making up 3rd and 10.
Play made 1 yard. Brings up 3rd and 10.
That'll conclude the 3rd quarter. Mountain Brook still up 49-7.
At the end of the 3rd quarter, your score, Mountain Brook 49, Pinson Valley 7.
Well, Pinson Valley not able to pull off a revenge game against the Mountain Brook Spartans. It was ugly last year at 30-0.
Well,
able to avoid the shutout with that last drive, Pinson Valley was, but it is still not a pretty look on the Indians.
well, Pinson certainly has nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
This season has actually a solid season for these young players, and we got a lot of them coming back next year.
And that's a huge positive. You certainly have a good group of seniors here, but you have a solid group of juniors coming back to the field next year. It'll be a senior-heavy class for Pinson Valley next year, all things staying the same.
3rd and 10. Let's see if Mountain Brook can convert or we can stop them.
Cooper takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson.
Oh,
up
my
the near
goodness.
side, big hold. That was missed right at the line. Finally, a flag is thrown. Man, that was glaring. It looks like the officials got it right. Hold right at the 32-yard line. That'll back them 10 yards from the spot.
Coach Guess was certainly pointing it out, doing a dance there on the sideline.
Johnson was able to break it out to the near side, but helped heavily by a hold at the 32. Back him up 10 from there.
3rd down and 20.
Make that 19 at the 22-yard line. Cooper and Johnson lined up in the backfield again. Now that shift was a false start. It's kind of hard to tell if they're doing their shift or they're jumping. That time caught them moving forward.
Well, that's the younger kids out there for Mountain Brook, and they haven't quite got down the mastery of the
I guess not.
of the movement,
The shift.
the shifts.
3rd and 24.
Let's see if we can keep them from converting or even getting any yardage. And
Turner hands it off to Johnson once again. He's able to pick up a couple. Not nearly enough for the 1st down. They'll bring him down at the 20 for a pickup of about 4 yards. Make that 3. And they will once again punt.
Brings up 4th and 21 for the 20-yard line.
couple of guys back there to receive the kick. It looks like Chico will take it on the run. Goes up the far sideline. Has a lot of room up to, let's see where they spot him, at the 30, make that the 29-yard line.
Let's see if we can maybe get another score here to make it look a little better on paper.
Get some stats for these guys. They'll bring in Dylan Reese at QB, get him some snaps.
And he is a true freshman, folks. So when we say young team next year, or I mean this year, and some experience next year, we will have it.
He didn't look too bad in his
debut. Nope.
Last outing there at Pell City. See what he can do here.
He looks back.
Stumbles around in the backfield for a loss of 2. Out to the 31-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 12. Probably a little freshman jitters right there.
Well, we're playing a lot of young guys right now that hadn't been out there on the field tonight. And they deserve it. This is, you know.
Next snap, turns and hands off. Shifty feet, fumbles the football. And it looks like
Mountain Brook has
Mountain Brook has it. Darren Scroggins in to rush the football. Picked up about 4 yards, but fumbled it. Hands it right back to Mountain Brook. $9:59 left in this ball game. Cooper will lead Mountain Brook back out onto the field.
Defense.
Mandel and Johnson flanking Cooper in the backfield. Hands it off to Johnson. A little shifty in the backfield, but picks up about, make it 3.5, maybe 4 yards on the run. Up left end, they'll mark it with a 3-yard gain, so make it 2nd and 7.
It's like Hartselle 52, Buckhorn 7, Gadsden City, it looks like 27 over Coleman, 27-10. I'm not sure what final.
That's a forfeit.
Oh, so Gadsden City forfeited.
Don't know what was going on there.
He's tackled short of the line there.
Johnson loses about 2 yards on the carry.
Decatur 24, Fort Payne 8. Theodore 28, Lanier 6. Clay Chalkville 6, Parker 7. Wow.
Brings up 2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line.
Muscle Shoals 58, Hazel Green 7. Oxford 14, Gardendale 31. And folks, I'm going to make a prediction here that Theodore will be in that final game against somebody this year.
Cooper takes the handoff, picks up quickly the first down. Ends up picking up about 14 yards on that play.
Play made 13 yards.
Right at the 40-yard line.
Defense needs to tighten up here, keep them from getting any more first downs and certainly many more points.
Cooper and Johnson in the back. Men running around all over the field. Finally gets settled, takes the snap, turns and hands it off to Johnson once again. Pick up about 1 yard.
Johnson is left tackle. Play made 1 yard.
Saraland 48, Wetumpka 7.
Brings up 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the Clay Chalkville game. I'm going to go on Twitter here and see if I can get a live update.
Cooper flanked by Johnson, and they hand it off to Johnson, and he is tackled behind the line for about a 3-yard loss.
Loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 12 from the 38-yard line.
It is final.
Wow.
Clay Chalkville falls to Parker 7-6.
Wow.
So Clay Chalkville, which was one of the premier teams in our division, falls tonight to Parker.
Unable to defend their state title. Johnson up the left side again. Picks up maybe 2 yards. Call it 4th and 10.
Play failed to gain.
PA says it was failed to gain, but it was obviously 2-yard gain.
You tell him, Michael.
Brings up 4th and 11 from the 39-yard line.
Cooper with a much better punt this time. Chico takes it about the 18-yard line, up the near side of the field, churning those like boo, big hit at the 42 or the 47-yard line, punches him out. They'll mark him at the 48-yard line. Big hit, but a big run by Chico on that punt return.
Kick is returned to the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Drew Winder.
Of course, Chico will be back next year.
He's been a huge asset. He's been great at the slot receiver spot for the Indians. Normally pretty sure hands. He's had a drop or two here tonight, but it'll be good certainly to have him back next year. English late coming on to the field. Once again, Reese takes it himself right up the field for about a 9-yard gain. Let's see where they spot him.
Gain of 9 on the play.
They'll bring him up to the 43-yard line.
By Sam McPherson.
Bring up 2nd and 1.
Nice game for the freshman. A lot of young guys out there getting some playing time.
Take the snap again.
And that's the first, if they spot it right, he's got a first down.
Scroggins able to run up the middle for a first down.
But back to my prediction there, Michael. Theodore, down in the Mobile area, I believe has the best football team in the state right now in 6A.
They have shown out this year. South has had a pretty good stable of teams.
Nice throw and grab, and he held on to it.
Reese flings it out for about a 5-yard pickup.
Who was that grabbed that ball?
Braden Robbins, I believe. Number 88. Oh, they can't make the exchange. Reese in trouble. Loses about 8 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 13.
4 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter here.
Reese with a loss of 8 yards.
Third and 13, is that right?
3rd and 13. Reese takes the snap, drops back to pass. Flings it up the field. Is that caught? No.
Nope.
Ball
No.
skips off the grass.
He threw it behind the receiver, unfortunately.
Ball intended for Fomby.
Final score, Parker 7, Clay Chalkle 6.
They just announced the Clay Chalkville score over the PA. Everybody is shocked.
Well, I certainly thought that Clay could score more than 6 points against Parker.
That probably opens up the path, though, for Mountain Brook here in the north. Gonzalez boots it deep.
One of the things that I don't think a lot of people realize that we've had to replace a snapper, a deep snapper, about 4 games ago, 5 games ago. Gentleman who hurt his leg was our deep snapper. Number 20, I believe it was 21 or 22.
22, yeah.
22. He was our deep snapper. So we've had 3 different people snapping the ball over the last 4 or 5 games. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's an art to it. In fact, colleges give specific scholarships for deep snappers. So kids, if you're young and you're listening, learn how to snap that ball deep.
Cooper turns and hands it off to Johnson once again. He's able to scamper to the far side for pickup of about 2 yards. We'll see what they spotted. It may be a 1-yard gain.
Johnson.
Bring up 2nd and 9.
Play made 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8 from the 15-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. Cooper takes a snap, turns, and once again hands off to Johnson. He's able to pick up maybe 2 yards. They'll give him up to the 16-yard line.
Johnson at left guard. Play made 1 yard. Brings up 3rd and 7 from the 16.
Now, certainly Mountain Brook may get to the big dance this year. Certainly got a good team and a lot of good disciplined athletes out there. And Theodore, like I said, from what I've watched this year, they just look like they have a destination in Auburn.
If they can take care of business there in the South Division, they can make it happen. And if Mountain Brook can handle things up north,
you may see Theodore Mountain Brook.
Yep.
Play made 6 yards. Brings up 4th and 2 from the 21-yard line.
Mountain Brook had a major obstacle taken out of their way in Clay Chalkville. Cooper punts it. Fair catch quickly called for.
Pinson Valley takes over 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
1 and down at the 2-minute mark. Michael, I personally want to say thank you for helping me do these broadcasts during this year. Want to say thanks to Chance that came down and did a couple games. And it's certainly enjoyable working with you and working with Chance. And hopefully next year we can do this again.
I was very glad to have the opportunity. It's been very fun being up here in the booth with you, Chris.
Well, it's been a privilege to call these games. You know, knowing that my son's the head coach down there, I have to kind of watch what I say. And it's been tough at times.
Josh Woods with about a 3-yard pickup. Reese
to the tight end.
Dump it down to the tight end. Number 88, Braden Robbins.
Gain of 10 on the play.
Picks up 10 yards and a first down.
Tackle made by Will Lucas.
Freshman to a sophomore there. You may see that more as the years go by. Flag waved off. Let him play for the next 1 minute and 36 seconds. Reese pulls it out of the pocket of Woods and is quickly up the field for about 11-yard gain and a first down. They will spot him down at the 20-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play.
A quick 11-yard pickup by Reese there. Quick legs right up the middle of the field. Reese takes the snap, hands it off to Woods. At the right side, only able to pick up about a yard.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Winds coming through here.
Bunching our mics around.
Tackle made by Sam McPherson and JoJo Green.
Trips to the near side, a man at the top of the field. Reese takes the snap, once again pulls it out of the belly of Woods, but is not able to do anything with it. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage for a 0-yard gain.
Play failed to gain. Tackle made by Max Still.
Clock ticking on down. I don't think Pinson Valley will run another play. Down to 5 seconds for.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final score.
And that will be it. The final score for tonight's game, Mountain Brook Spartans 49, your Pinson Valley Indians 7. Well, it's win or go home in these playoffs. Unfortunately, Pinson Valley will have to head on home after this.
Well, Michael, once again, it's been a great season. I'm proud of these kids. I'm proud of these coaches. And they've got a lot of certainly things to look forward to next season. And it's been entertaining, to say the least. And I'm certainly thankful that the good Lord has kept people mostly safe for the main part. We had a few injuries, nothing serious, but
Metcalf was able to get back into the game. That was the only thing that I noticed. One of the Mountain Brook coaches actually talking to TJ Metcalf right now. Special athlete TJ was.
Yep.
Moving on into the college ranks, Division I. And he will provide his services to the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Well, once again, folks, we're going to sign off here. Final score is 49-7, Mountain Brook over Pinson. And I want to say, again, thanks for the opportunity from Mr. Turner, Principal Turner, to have us do these broadcasts, and from Coach Guess. We want to thank all the fans that have listened over the season and put up with me and Michael and me and Chance at the beginning of the season. And again, we hope to see y'all next year. God bless.
Let's do it again. God bless.